Here in America, work is in trouble. We've offshored our manufacturing, sent away good jobs, and lost so much ability to make things. American Giant is pushing back against that tide. They make high-quality clothing for a summer wardrobe you'll love, all made right here in the USA. Support America's workers and get 20% off your first order at American-Giant.com with code STAPLE20. That's 20% off your first order at American-Giant.com, code STAPLE20.
This is the Washington Times front page for Wednesday, August 28th, 2024. Thanks for joining us. I'm George Gerbo. The path to a House majority runs mostly through Democratic-leaning districts with Republican-held seats in swing states that could closely align with the presidential vote. Lindsay McPherson reports Republicans control the House with a razor-thin majority and are defending seats they won in the last election cycle. Democrats need a net gain of 4 seats to try to win control of the House and are targeting seats they lost in 2022 while trying to protect their incumbents. Republicans won the House majority 2 years ago mainly by flipping seats in New York and California. Those districts could determine which party wins control of the chamber. Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg sent a letter to Congress calling out the Biden administration's censorship push regarding COVID-19 and political speech across major social media platforms. Susan Ferricchio reports social media executives at Facebook and other platforms fought the censorship demands, but by early 2021, they still expressed frustration and anger about the administration's pressure to block and demote content related to COVID-19 vaccines and the origins of the coronavirus. Zuckerberg said the FBI also warned his company about a Russian disinformation operation related to the Biden family. Because of the warnings, he said Facebook moved to temporarily demote a New York Post article about Hunter Biden's laptop in 2020. Bureau of Labor Statistics data finds most Americans earned about the same wages last year as they did in 2019 after adjusting for inflation. Sean Salai reports wage increases lagged behind inflation in 11 states, including Michigan, Maryland, and Pennsylvania, and stayed on par with inflation in 29 others. Economists say the analysis lends credence to the worry that real wages have fallen for most workers over the past 4 years, despite some relocations to states with lower taxes and a May 2023 rebound of inflation-adjusted wages. Wages have risen nearly 10% nationwide since March 2021, while consumer prices have soared 17.5%, according to the U.S. Chamber of Commerce lobbying group. A report Tuesday that Vice President Kamala Harris had changed her position on supporting a wall on the southern U.S. border reverberated across Washington. Axios reported that Harris, who said she would sign into law a border bill pending in the Senate, has reversed her position on the wall. The bill included language to delay funding border wall construction until the next administration takes office in January. Stephen Dinan reports one conservative activist group criticized Harris for trying to steal Donald Trump's marquee issue, but the Trump campaign said Harris had not ditched years of opposition to the wall. And finally, Ukraine's stunning military offensive across its border in Kursk has fundamentally reshaped the dynamics of a war that looked to be shifting heavily in Russia's favor. Ben Wolfgang reports war analysts say the conflict has once again reached an inflection point. For Ukraine, some see a golden opportunity that was previously lost because of U.S. policies limiting how it could use Western weapons, or through America's slow walking of jets and artillery in the fight. Find all of today's front page stories at WashingtonTimes.com/front page or on the Washington Times app, and find us wherever you get your podcasts. You can also find us on social media at Wash Times for breaking news, sports, commentary, and more. For the Washington Times, I'm George Gerbo.
Here in America, work is in trouble. We've offshored our manufacturing, sent away good jobs, and lost so much ability to make things. American Giant is pushing back against that tide. They make high-quality clothing for a summer wardrobe you'll love, all made right here in the USA. Support America's workers and get 20% off your first order at American-Giant.com with code STAPLE20. That's 20% off your first order at American-Giant.com, code STAPLE20.